Welcome to this tutorial on backordering expiring domain names. Over the next 10 minutes, you will become familiar with website web hosting services domain backorder features. The purpose of this tutorial is to review the 7 key features of the domain name backorder system. We'll conclude with a demonstration on what you need to do to access the domain backorder system. To launch the expired domain backorder system, start by accessing your website web hosting services member account. Once inside the membership area, your dashboard may look a little different than this, depending on how you have it set up. What will be consistent is the name of the icons. Find the one labeled Domains Backorder. Click on it. Your expiring domain name backorder dashboard will look exactly like this. This is the default layout. Notice the length is set between 2 and 63 characters long, and each of the filter options is checked. You will want to change these default settings. Otherwise, there will be thousands of expiring domain names listed that you will likely have little interest in. Let's review each of these filters. Just as the name suggests, length is where you set the minimum and maximum number of characters for your search. You can either use the slider to adjust the minimum and maximum length, or you can enter the minimum and maximum number of characters in their respective boxes. To use the slider, you would simply move the red blocks right or left until the number you want appears in either the minimum or the maximum block. If searching for expiring domain names that match a specific niche, the containing words block is where you enter the keyword or phrase for that niche. For example, if you entered Bitcoin, your search would return expiring domain names that contain the word Bitcoin. If you entered the phrase travel buddy like this, or as 2 separate words like this, the search would look for expiring domain names that contain the words travel buddy. If you are not searching for any particular keyword or phrase, leave the containing words field blank. If you check the block next to containing dictionary words only, this will limit your search to words found only in the dictionary. The drop-down arrow in the Expiring On tool allows you to filter your search for domains expiring in the next 1 to 5 days. For example, if today was January 21st, clicking on the drop-down arrow would show January 22nd, January 23rd, January 24th, January 25th, and January 26th. Mouse click on any date and the search list will display domain names scheduled to expire during that day. If you want to see names expiring over the next 5 days, leave the field blank. The containing filter allows you to include or exclude expiring domain names that contain letters, digits, or dashes. For example, if you unchecked the dash block, the list would include expiring domain names that have 1 or more letters and numbers. The letters or digits could be anywhere in the domain name. If the letters block is the only containing filter checked, the list will display expiring domain names composed of, you guessed it, only letters. If the digits block is the only containing filter checked, the list will display expiring domain names composed of only numbers. There are 2 top-level domain groups you can filter for expiring domain names: .com and or .net. If both are checked, your search will include expiring domain names for both .com and .net. If you are only interested in .com, then uncheck the .net block. The Starting With filter allows you to limit your search to names where the first character is a letter or a digit. If both are checked, the first character in the expiring domain name list could be either a character or a digit. Let's recap. We have reviewed the 7 key domain backorder filters. Next is the cost to place a domain backorder and how you register for a domain backorder account at website web hosting services. To get started, what you need is $20 in your wallet to place a domain backorder. If you do not get the domain, the $20 stays in your wallet. You can use it for other services or leave it there to backorder another domain name. Note, it is $20 per domain name you are backordering. The system will alert you if you do not have enough funds in your wallet. Adding funds is easy. We'll cover that in another tutorial. What you also need is a website web hosting services member account. What does this mean? It means that you need to have at least one domain name registered with website web hosting services. To create an account, go to websitewebhostingservices.com. On the home page, click on the Services tab. A window like this one will open. Click on the Create Account button. The Sign Up form page will open. Create a username. Your username will be the name you use to sign into your account. Next, click on the Domain Names tab. Enter the name of a domain name you want to own. It does not have to be a .com. It can be any one of the 50+ top-level domains you can pick from. For clarification, you need to invest in at least one domain name in order to have access to the backorder system. You do not have to host that domain name with website web hosting services. By the way, when you register a domain name, as a bonus, you can have 3 email addresses associated with that domain name. No hosting required. This brings us to the end of the tutorial. We covered the key features on the domain backorder system, your cost per domain you win through backordering, and how to create a website web hosting services member account. By the way, our support is 24/7. We have a 99.9% uptime, and redundancy for our data centers is at multiple locations across the world. I look forward to seeing you as a member of Website Web Hosting Services International.